Your problem solvers are here tonight working for you. Bad housing conditions are a chronic problem with very few options for renters. But there is one group using union rights for change.
But they say they're being blocked by a landlord who may be breaking the law. Here's WREG problem solver Stacey Jacobson.
As Becky and her friend Joyce Warren walk up to their apartments at Memphis Towers, Joyce holds tightly to Becky's hand. She's guiding her friend, who describes herself as completely blind. Joyce has lived here for 10 years, Becky a few months. In that short time, she's found community. They're both part of the Memphis Tenants Union, a group led by Alex Allman.
The Memphis Tenants Union is what it says it is, a tenants union, tenants coming together to fight for their rights.
He shows us the federal law protecting his presence, helping tenants at a property like Memphis Towers, since the building gets funding from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. He says in the 2 years since they started, they've made a difference. After months without reliable hot water, they got it restored.
We were able to pressure them into finally installing a functional water boiler.
Still, they say conditions are tough. They often feel unsafe.
We have no cameras. We have no security.
I've been sexually harassed many times by people who aren't authorized to be on the property, and other people have had similar issues, and that's how we came to launch our demand campaign around safety and security.
This is what she's talking about, a letter from members of the tenants union asking for things like 24-hour security and key cards for all tenants. Allman helped them write the letter.
The residents here are primarily composed of folks that are elderly and have disabilities, and the fact that there's no one at the front desk, the fact that sometimes people are locked out of the building because they don't have key cards, the fact that sometimes the building is not locked and anyone can come in from the outside makes it an incredibly dangerous environment.
Hello.
You can see here, Allman and others helped guide Becky to deliver the letter to Memphis Towers management.
Okay, what am I supposed to do with this?
Now you don't speak this.
I don't, that's not anything I need.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I can print out and report.
Okay, here, you can have
We're not going to take it back.
That's fine. I don't have to take it though.
The manager refused to accept it and called the police.
Management was very combative with us, very hostile.
Under the regulations, it says that tenants have a right to organize.
That's Bridget Simmons, an attorney with the National Housing Law Project. She says the manager you hear in the video was breaking federal law. She says her organization helps advise a national group called the Millennia Resistance Campaign, which tries to improve conditions at Millennia-owned properties like Memphis Towers and Serenity at Highland, a building we've also covered extensively.
This is not just happening here, but this is something that's happening at several of their properties.
In response to the situation at Memphis Towers, a Millennia spokesperson based in Ohio offered the problem solvers a very different message than the one we heard from the manager on site. In an email, Marketing and Communications Director Valerie Jerome tells the problem solvers in part, "We do recognize that several residents at the property have organized. We are unaware if they represent the opinions of all residents in the development." She did not specifically address the letter incident.
It's really not complicated when you look at the HUD regulations that organizers are entitled to be in the building, to knock on people's doors, to organize residents.
Within hours of delivering the letter, Becky says someone came to her door.
Pounded it like they were trying to break it down. It was very, very scary. They told me that my piece of paper was a notice to vacate in 10 days.
Since Becky can't see, she had a friend look at the paper. They said it was just a complaint warning. She felt like they were targeting her in a way that is another violation of federal law.
None of that was in a manner consistent with my request for reasonable accommodations under Title III of the Americans with Disabilities Act, that governs effective communication and delivering notices in a manner that is accessible to me.
We asked Millennia about this situation, and they've now agreed to start communicating electronically with Becky so she can have the messages read out loud. But she wasn't the only one who received a notice.
Mine said that I owed $900 and some dollars, and I have 10 days to relocate.
We've had targeted retaliation from management which includes residents here and our organizers.
Millennia officials say the timing of the notices is coincidental and deny allegations of retaliation. They also say they are working on the tenants' security requests by installing new doors and adding guards. But Simmons says all of this has happened before.
The Millennia Resistance Campaign had a call with HUD headquarters. That was in the fall of 2022. That same day, tenants who live at a property in New Orleans received eviction notice.
What do you want to see happen now?
I want the elected officials to come in and do what they're supposed to do.
The Memphis Tenants Union has contacted both District Attorney Steve Mulroy and Congressman Steve Cohen to help them defend their rights. They're also working on an appeal to HUD. They're confident they'll continue getting results no matter how much work it takes. Solving problems in the medical district. Stacey Jacobson, WREG News Channel 3.
A big campaign for better living conditions there. And we can tell you some updates since the problem solvers started looking into this. Millennia never followed through on those eviction threats. DA Steve Mulroy tells us he is now helping defend the tenants' rights to organize. He even sent a warning letter to Millennia. HUD also released a statement to WREG saying they're aware of the situation. Millennia officials say they're continuing to make updates. We'll stay on it to make sure that happens.
All right.